Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
An unmistakable view of the Windy City and a lot of anticipation in the air. Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation of today's game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me courtside, Clark Kellogg, and across the way on the sidelines, David Aldridge. We should be in for a great game here. Clark, it's the Chicago Bulls taking on the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
I'm ready for a good one, partner. Listen to these Chicago fans, extremely excited to get this underway and see two All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, go at it. This could be an outstanding scoring contest between these two.
You said it. Buckle in. Clark, part of what makes Wilkins and Jordan so exceptional is how many ways they can get points.
Yeah, they score a lot of different ways, Kevin. Their offensive games are really versatile and complete. They can knock down threes, hit the mid-range jumper, and you know they both can do damage at the rim.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. The pass to Rivers. Malone, a screen on Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Takes it from 10. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Malone can't hit.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Jordan, rebounded by the Hawks.
Not quite a block shot, but no question he got a piece of it.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Jordan. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. which one is leading in the point column. Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. The basket, the bump, and the foul. Oh, what a play.
And we know Jordan is a master from the mid-range. Whether he's squared up or falling away, you feel like it's going to splash.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
The Hawks call timeout.
Pass to Wilkins. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Malone trying to break free. And Jordan sends it back. Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with 2 expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed. Here's Paxson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Passes it to Malone. The rebound by Cartwright. The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Here's Malone. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Tries from 10. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. And Wilkins slams it in.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
The Bulls leading by 8. Jordan outside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are. Here's Webb. Chicago grabs the miss.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one. Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Wilkins passes to Concat. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Chicago. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks trail by 10.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
Pippen is out there with Grant. And there's Cartwright. Then it's B.J. Armstrong. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Chicago with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Jordan. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. Jordan with it, picked up by Rivers, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
Kings checked in for the Bulls. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Carr, he's checked in for Malone. You know, looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show. His whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Here's Wilkins. Good D by Jordan.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady. And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
Rivers against Pippen. Pass to Wilkins. They need this one. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Wilkins has got 6.
An outstanding finisher. Wilkins is at his best when he's attacking aggressively.
So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about, Clark, everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. And here is Willis following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. There's the pass to Tony. 6 on the shot clock. Carr, the pass to Wilkins. Over Jordan. Good D by Jordan. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And, Kevin, I think that speaks to, obviously, the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization, too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Here's Rivers after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of the game. Out to the wing. Here's Willis. And it's King with the rebound.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last. And the Bulls with some changes. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright. Grant comes in for King. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. And then for Atlanta, Livingston's checked in for Willis. And Smith's subbed in for Tony.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. For the finish, Michael Jordan's presence felt by every fan in attendance. Chicago, Atlanta, it's a special matchup. And these fans feeling a little extra electricity from Michael Jordan in this one. In the corner, Wilkins with it. They need this. Atlanta again missing. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter, and it's good for 2. Jordan's got 29 in the game.
You know, you can feel they're starting to take control of this one. You just get the sense they've got their hands on the steering wheel nice and tight.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
To the inside. Here's Wilkins. Atlanta again missing.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Fratello's got on the floor. We've got Moses Malone. Rivers out there with Webb. Then there's Dominique Wilkins, and it's Concat in at the center position. 2 points, that one goes. Jordan's got 31 points. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. Wilkins against Jordan. Malone right side. Knocked away and stolen by Jordan. Good on the shot. Jordan's got 35 in the game.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
Pass to Concat. Now the dish to Wilkins. It's Rivers on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And the turnover again by Atlanta. Let's check in with David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Now, coming out of the half, you think about the rivalry between Jordan and Dominique. Dominique was, of course, the league scoring champion in 1986, but Jordan took that crown the next season, and he's held it ever since. Just another area where these two great players are going head-to-head. Back to you guys.
And we're the better for it. David, thank you. I wonder if either player, Clark, is thinking about that scoring title tonight.
My guess, Kevin, is that it's perhaps somewhere lurking in their minds, maybe more front of mind for Dominique, who I think would love to snatch back that scoring title.
I mean, listen, that is a huge label of success. So I can't fold either one of them. Can you?
No. When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Kings checked in for Grant. Armstrong subbed in for Paxson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Willis is checked in. Wilkins in the post. Guarded by Jordan. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can.
This is how dangerous a scorer Wilkins is. Really capable of connecting right off the catch.
Jordan kicks to Armstrong. They set the pick. Unloads from 9. That's good on the jump shot. Jordan's got 39.
Coming out of halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
From about 19 feet, again, Chicago.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Jordan against Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
Tell you what, the fans are not feeling that at all, but there is no denying that Dominique Wilkins is a terrific dunker.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 15-4 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Jordan. And he's got 41. The 3. No good that time. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Ed Neely is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Hodges. Then there's Purdue. And it's Armstrong in at the point. Outside, Willis. And here's Tony. Smith surveying the D. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Concan gets the bucket. Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Here's Smith. It's all in by the Bulls. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jordan is doubled. Here's Hodges. Passes it to Neely. Now Jordan. Pass to Neely. Takes the 3. That shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Smith, the pass to Livingston. And that one is hammered home.
The Jet that time quick to find the open teammate there.
Here's Chicago. Outside Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, listen to this Chicago crowd erupting. What a jam by Michael Jordan.
Smith outside. To the paint. Here's Willis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
A vocal presence both on the floor and in the locker room. Willis is somebody his teammates really respects.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And Willis drops them both. And so here is Chicago. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Jordan.
Looks like a foul out of frustration right there.
Carr, he's checked in for Kevin Willis.
Personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Antoine Carr.
Jordan against Carr. From 13, that's good on the jump shot. Jordan's got 45 points.
You know, because Jordan is so spectacular, sometimes his strong fundamentals are overlooked, and he keeps it simple. Why get fancy when the pick and roll works like that?
Tony, the pass to Carr. The Hawks working the ball around. Puts it up from 15. Tony, no luck.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Good.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
They set the pick. Tony against Hodges. The jump hook. The shot off that time.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And 3 from Jordan. Sinks the triple. Jordan's got 50 points.
Really smooth shot that time from MJ beyond the arc. Hawks can't afford to let him get it going from the three-point line.
And the pass to Livingston. Here's Tony. Clock at 6. The feed now to Smith. And stolen by Jordan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got 52 points.
Not coasting to victory. They're running through the tape. Run through that finish line.
Armstrong against Smith. Pass to Livingston. And here's Smith. Kicks it to Tony. 4 on the shot clock. Will it go? And it's Smith missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Pass to Neely. Shoots from the baseline. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Certainly, Jordan could be a one-man offense, but he's always ready to get others involved.
Here's Tony. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the